Hey buddy, what's up? UltraBag64 here, and today guys I bring you a fantastic indie unboxing. This time we're taking a look at... Ow, that hit my foot. The Stanley Parable! Now if you don't know what the Stanley Parable is, it's kind of... It was kind of the one game that kind of revitalized, I guess, this meta, or I guess maybe invented it? I don't know, I've not really had much experience with this genre of game, which is basically kind of a meta type game, where it kind of messes with your head and makes you do things. It kind of like similar to Pony Island, for instance. Pony Island had you do a lot, like it broke the fourth wall a lot. It addressed the player, made satire of games, and etc. etc. It's kind of similar to that, except this came before Pony Island and kind of popularized that idea. You play as this guy who's at a 9-to-5 desk job and yada yada yada, and then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go over here, and then he finds out that, oh, hey, I'm all alone in this place, I'm gonna try and get out of here, and etc. etc. Madness ensues, and it's a really popular game, really popular, released like, I think in 2013? I want to say something like that on PC. Whoop, I dropped it. And I really like this box. I really like the box. It makes me think of like old Windows 2000 or 98 style boxes. It's adorable and I love it. It says first edition on here. I'm not sure if that means I've gotten the first edition of the collector's edition. But yeah, it's definitely cute. I like it. I like the whole old, like, literally like they were almost like looked like they ripped from the old 98 OS for Windows, and that's cool. It's just cool to me. Brings back some sweet, ever-present nostalgia in my body. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. All right, first off, we've got whatever that is, taco shell type deal. We've got a disc case. Move my knife over there so I don't cut myself, because I got dangerously close a couple times. Okay, and we're done. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. What is it? It's, looks like a disc thing that is kind of bent. Not sure what this is. I don't understand. The end is never the end. Okay, but what are you? What are you? Box, ever-knowing box, tell me what you are. Okay, I picked up the box that I threw earlier, and I'm gonna see what the heck this thing is. Threw you again. Double time. Alright, existential mouse pad? This is a mouse pad? Okay. That's, I've never seen a circular mouse pad before. Okay. I'm not gonna hate it. I like it. I might, it's like really, really small. Not sure. I mean, I guess it would work. I don't know, I'll try it out. I'm always into trying new mouse pads. You never know me. You don't know me. Alright, whoa, what are you? Is this a tie? This is a really big tie. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wear this. This is indeed a tie. Alright. So we've got a nice tie. It says the Stanley Parable on it. I don't wear ties often, but yeah, I kind of like it. It's nice. Probably not something you'd wear to a business meeting. Probably not something you'd wear to a business meeting. But I don't know. You do you. You do you. I mean, heck, I'd do it. I'd do it. It looks nice. Except for the Stanley Parable thing. That might get you in trouble. But who knows? Maybe they'll be like, what's that brand right there? The Stanley Parable. I've never heard of it, but it sounds fabulous. Alright, I'm gonna put you over there. Alright, and now we get to the game disc. Rather small indie box this time around, and I think I'm missing stuff. Hang on. Let's see here. We've got the tie, got the game disc. Maybe the rest of it's in here? Does feel like a little bit of a hefty case. Also looks like a PS2 case, or a PS3 case. And it's got cute little indie box logo on it. That's nice. Whoa, okay, there's stuff about fell out. Alright. Alright, cool. So we do have more stuff. Okay. Alright, looks like we've got a cute little Synergy indie box sticker. That's neat. I kind of like that they're putting it in the game disc case now, since they moved to cases. Also, another thing I noticed was missing in this and the last indie box, which was Hand of Fate, was the little collectible cards. These business cards made me reminded me of those. I don't know if they're not doing those anymore, or if they're just, I don't know, but it's kind of weird that you'd start something and then just kind of leave it off so quick. I don't know, maybe people didn't like it so much. But we've got business cards for the hard worker. This is actually kind of cute because it says on the front, hard worker, I am good at my job. And you put your name, contact, and skill list. And it says, I am a real professional, guaranteed to perform tasks that make more profit for you. Please contact if you want to exploit my skill lists for profit. That's adorable, and I would totally use these in like an actual, like if I was actually looking for a job, I'd just be like, here's my card. That's cute. I like it. I like it. Alright, so next up we have what looks to be an instruction manual. The ever-important instruction manual for your game. It looks like a freaking, like, old... It's even got, like, the weird, like, photocopy type stuff on it, like grain effect. Looks really cool. And there's just, like, it's full of nonsense. There are no instruction yeah, they even wrote in the notes area! How could you? The notes area is sacred. One does not simply do that. No! How could you? Love you guys. That's awesome. There's even like a gun section, even though I don't think the game has guns. I don't know. I'm going into Stanley blind because I planned to play it eventually, and I didn't watch anybody else play it, and I didn't watch like anything on it, and then I never got around to it. So this will be an experience for everybody. But then we also have the game disc and a soundtrack? Yeah, the Stanley Parable official soundtrack. I didn't know this game had a soundtrack. Might have to listen to it. But yeah, that is the Stanley Parable. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic day. Stay tuned, because coming at you right now, we got some Stanley Parable gameplay. About 10 minutes of it to see. Kick the proverbial wheels off Stanley's bike, and then watch him tumble down a hill. So, without further ado, here is the Stanley Parable. If you want to check out your own indie box, then there is a link in the description down below. But I'll catch you guys on the flip side with more crazy unboxings in the future. Bye-bye.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, Tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term. It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining. Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game. Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is. Oh, it's a puzzle. critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these. I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.